Hello, Jahman. Welcome to Unknown Stars.
Thank you for having me.
You're such a great guitarist and a songwriter. And you also have a record that you released, I think, about 10 years or more, if I can recall. What actually inspired you to play the guitar?
Well, thank you for this great question. First of all, I am Jahman Joe, a guitarist. I think I've been playing guitar for quite some time now, and I love music since I was a kid because my father was a bassist.
Wow.
But he was a multi-instrumentalist. He played bass, he plays guitar, he plays keyboard.
That's the best.
So they had a group called Mesmerizing. They sing and things happen.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
literally they sing, things happen.
Wow.
Miracles happen.
Mm.
So I grew up in the musical house. So that was what influenced me first.
Mm.
So I think
That's
for a
great.
start, that's what I could tell you
That's
now.
great.
Yeah.
Wow. I see, I see. You play the guitar so well, like a double of George Benson and Norman Brown put together. Did they in any way influence your music as well?
Well, yeah, because you remember before I was in Yola for studies.
Mm.
Before I went to Yola, I knew nothing about George Benson. I didn't know anything about Norman Brown, a Plo. In fact, I didn't know that you could actually play jazz with guitar.
Yeah, I was going to go for that.
So before then, I wasn't that good on guitar. I only know about what they call it, normal guitar chords, fa, do,
Basses.
whatever you call them, the basis. But I'm not deep into knowing the details. Like I had no knowledge about the minor chords.
Okay, okay.
I'm only familiar with the major chords.
Okay.
So it was in Yola while studying. I met a young man called Josh. Someone introduced him to me, a friend of mine, mentor, we were living together. He told me there's a guy, Josh, and he told the guy about me, and the guy wanted to meet me.
Yeah.
And there's another guy called Eli, Matthias. So the day we met, they were playing something different from what I normally. I wouldn't understand what they were playing. I had knowledge about minor
Your
do,
own kind.
but I was not deep into minor chords, and I only do fa so. So I was hearing something that I haven't heard before. I was like, wow, what is this? So it was Josh who introduced me. He told me about George Benson. I said, what is George Benson? He said, there was a man. There's a man. George Benson. He gave me the George Benson's tape. So it was in the night, around 12 a.m. I couldn't forget. I was living off campus. Why studying in Yola?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember we were
Asked
together
your
like
mom
this?
if it gives you more time.
Yes. So I slugged in that ditch to watch George Benson. That was the day my life changed.
Wow.
I heard things I've never heard before. I was shouting. I was like a madman. I literally left the room.
Wow.
I ran outside. I came back. I was,
Wow.
what is this? Can they play guitar like this?
Mm.
So do you actually play guitar to this level? I was shouting like a madman. Since that day,
Mm.
everything about me changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And like you mentioned, you said you never knew one could be that good on the guitar.
Yeah.
Not until you had John
George
Benson's
Benson,
tape.
yes.
But then, people like us who saw you from afar
Yeah.
always saw you as someone exceptional, even though then you were mainly on reggae.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what made you to love reggae, but then since
Yeah.
you talked about the George Benson aspect, but then I'm surprised if from that time, I think maybe 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
you listened to George Benson, and within that short period of time, you were able to play that well that would attract someone like me
Yeah.
at attention. I mean, what did you put in place? How were you able to to get that good? How did you manage to play that well within that short period of time?
Well, there's nothing you put your mind to that you won't achieve.
Mm.
And every great thing starts small.
Yeah.
And you cannot just wake up today and get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
There are things you have got to do. There are sacrifices. So what I did is, when I listened to Benson then, I left Yola. From Yola directly I came to Abuja. So I met some guys at Kubwa. One is Mr. Solution. Sheung is now in the US.
Okay.
He heard me and he said, I'm good, I'm trying. And I told him about Benson. He said, wow. And he introduced me to Norman Brown and Flo. Okay. He said there are other people, I wouldn't know them. So I went and bought their tapes, started listening to them. So what happened is that I put effort.
Wow.
I don't sleep. Do you know that I remember as of 2/8, I will go indoor, like I will be in a room from 8 p.m. I will be playing guitar till 4:30, 5 a.m.
Wow.
I don't sleep.
Wow.
And anytime I hit a note that I wouldn't want to hit, I'll be angry. I will fling the guitar.
Oh,
I will go back and take it because I want to play something. I'm hearing something these people are playing, but I can't get it on my guitar. I was like, what? How are they doing it? So I keep on rehearsing,
Persistence.
Yes, persistent, putting more effort. Sometimes you get frustrated, but still keep pushing.
Keep moving, yeah.
I rehearse like a madman, trying to score one. I'm not into scoring like some people tell you if you want to be good, you need to score. I don't do scoring over whatever. I listen to things and try to play that thing. Just get one or two things. That's what I do, and by doing so, I was able to get to where I am. But I don't rehearse like that again because I don't need to do that. I can pick my guitar anytime and I can
master.
Yes, and do one or two things.
Okay, but then tell us how long did it take you to have that kind of mastery? Because I've always seen you as this very skillful lead.
Yeah.
Even though you just revealed to me that even at that time you were still having your own struggles with it. But how long did it take you to develop such amazing skill?
Well, I don't think time is a determinant factor when it comes to learning. I don't think it's time.
Okay.
Like how long you've been doing that. I don't think it's that. I think you could learn anything based on how the effort and what is happening on your mind. The effort you put in learning that thing.
Perception, effort.
2 years, in 2 years you could be a pro if you want to.
Okay.
So but, in my case, like I said, I've been playing guitar since 2099, if I have not mistaken, 99.
Wow.
So this is like 24 years now.
Wow.
But do you know that you could meet someone that has been playing guitar for 10 years that is better than me?
Wow.
That's the truth. So the years you spend in doing learning is not the thing. How good have you? What are your approaches and how have you been able to grow? So the time. How long you put? The time is not the factor.
Okay.
Yes, but how fast have you been able to get what you're looking for? That's what matters.
Wow.
In my case.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now I remember those days in the university.
Yeah.
Fusi, precisely, in Yola. You were known to be, like I mentioned earlier, a very good guitarist.
Yes.
And then a reggae artist.
Reggae, yes.
And I suppose that was how you came about the name Jahman.
Yes.
Because it's not until yesterday I've known you for more than a decade. I never knew you were Joseph until yesterday. Now, what made you to pick reggae music as a preference? What made you to prefer reggae?
Okay. Bob Marley is my greatest inspiration. Okay. I might not be Rasta. I might not believe in some of those things, but I believe in Bob Marley.
Okay.
Because he inspired me. While growing up, I used to see his picture with guitar. I want to be like him, So because I was a teenager, so I wouldn't know what it means to be like him. I didn't know his perspective. I didn't know his belief system. So while I grew up, so I decided to I like him, I love him, I learn from him, but I don't believe with some of those things. I believe with what he's preaching about.
Yeah.
But I am not into his religion belief or religious aspect. Yeah, so I'm not a Rasta.
Okay.
But he has inspired me a lot.
Yeah.
When I want to be like him, and it got to a point. I got to know. I got introduced to. I discovered Lucky Dube.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I bought his tips, and anytime I write songs, I discover I was singing. If I sing, I wasn't singing me. I was singing Lucky Dube. My voice was sounding like his. So I now pack all the CDs. I threw them away. Like it's affecting me. I wasn't bringing out
your you. Yeah.
Me. So reggae was the first thing. That's how I got the name Jahman. That means man of God. So, but when I got to Yola, I got introduced to jazz by Josh. So now I try to blend the whole thing. So I call my own pattern of music reggae jazzy kind of music, fusion jazzy. Reggae and jazz fusion. Yeah. So that's how I came about my own pattern of music.
Wow. Talking about your own pattern of music, can you share with us a memorable experience that you've had as a lead guitarist while performing?
Okay. Yeah. The first there's a time I was in my hometown, Lukari. Yeah, in Taraba State.
Okay.
So there's a pastor that came, Reverend Jonathan of Living Faith Bible Church. He believed so much in me. He invited me to programs every time. So I can never forget that. It was memorable. Another memorable part of me was when I was in Yola. At FCS, we were invited to sing I and my friend Yusuf, who we know as Mentor. They call us Jahman and Mentor. Okay. I came out and sang one of the Destiny for Greatness, one of my songs. When I was singing, people were shouting, screaming. They were clapping, cheering me up. I didn't know you could sing and people will be happy that way until that day. So it was so. I still thought of that.
Well, I think we want to also have a feel. Can you just sing, not necessarily play the guitar, but just sing a part of that Destiny for Greatness for us?
Okay. Whatever God has said about me shall come to pass. No. No man can cause me, cause God has blessed me.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Cause I am the head, I'm not the tail. No matter the matter, I'm gonna scare through. That's the chorus.
Wow, I think the song is coming back.
Yes.
It's in one of those your songs in the album. Yeah, it's coming back.
It's the title of the album.
Okay, it's the title of the album. Okay, I was going to ask you to tell us about the album, so I think this is the right time. Yeah. So just tell us about your album.
Yeah.
Tell us about your album.
Yeah, the album was released, I think 2012. Okay. So I went to Lagos to market it. So I went to Lagos. I spoke. I chatted. Is it Joe? This man, what they call them? Marketers at Alaba International Market. Okay. Is it Able Music, whatever, Joe something? I've forgotten the name, but I chatted them that I was coming. They said, I should come, they will check my stuff. So when I got to Lagos, I went to see him there. They listened to my album, they were, wow. You mean you sang this song? I said, yes. Like, how? Where are you coming from? I told them I'm coming from Abuja. Where are you from? Taraba. I said, no, we have good musicians over there. But the thing is, we are not being exposed to the media. That's the problem. So when they listen to my music, they say, no, be using this song. Like the way people normally say in Nigeria.
You don't look it.
I said, no, it's me. Yeah. So I asked them to promote me. They told me, no, they don't promote upcoming artists. You need to be for business aspect. I mean, for business purposes. I have to be known before they promote me. So a guy came from, and I have cars. A guy came from UK. He took me to IGDB 1 FM, Top FM. He listened to my music. He was like, wow. You mean you sang this song? He was like, this song is international. Yeah. Like that, United we stand, divided we fall. He told me I needed to pay some money for them to market. I said, I don't have money. And that's how I had to come back to Abuja. That's how the song just remained there. And that's my story. But the music, the album is powerful.
Okay, all right. Our time is up. I would just want you to give us advice for aspiring musicians? What advice do you have for them?
Well, just be focused. However, it is so looking so hard to succeed as a musician because there are too many sacrifices you have to pay. You need money to do music. It's so expensive now. I mean, good music.
Promote it.
Yes, you need to promote. You need to do good music, and I believe in live recording than digital work because it brings out the real you.
That's you.
It's better to be. If you can't sing, I mean, if you can't play, if you can't do anything, you just sing. I'm not against you, but I think musicianship has to do with the ability for one to be able to play one or two instruments, to be able to sing, perform live. You don't need any machine to artificially add up to your voice to make it sing well. So it takes a lot. It's just like building. It's an intensive project.
Wow.
So if you're not careful, you will give up. You will give up. So it needs a lot, and if you want to succeed, pay the price.
Okay, wow. So you just heard from Jahman, if you want to succeed, you pay the price. And so this will be where we round up our show for today. This will be where we round up our show for today. And we'll be having Jahman to give us a little bit of his wonderful guitar skills. Thank you.
Africa is my fatherland, Nigeria is my country, Taraba is my state, Ukari is my homeland. I am proud to be a black man, I am proud to be an African, I am proud to be a black man, I am proud to be an African. Welcome to Africa, a home like no other, flowing with milk and honey, 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 home of the diamonds, gold and the precious stone. We get the real money, money. We just so blessed, my Africa, so blessed. That's what you are. You're so beautiful. I love your brown skin. You know they carry last. I just can't stop singing. I love Africa. I love Nigeria. I love Taraba. I love Ukari. Africa is my fatherland, Nigeria is my country, Taraba is my state, Ukari is my homeland. I am proud to be a black man, I am proud to be an African, I am proud to be a black man, I am proud to be an African. Genesis of civilization, origin of mankind. Now you be the champion, there is no battle about it. Yeah, oh yeah, somewhere, oh yeah, Apadikon, oh yeah, hey. Somewhere, oh yeah, Apadikon, oh yeah, hey. I love Africa, oh.